It's pretty important that you get your log set up to properly cut. And so with the turbo sawmill, you want to have it parallel with the frame. So you've got this big aluminum beam here, and you can also flip the saw blade so it's vertical, and that'll give you a nice aiming thing. And that's what I do as I make subsequent cuts. But you definitely want to have it parallel, as I said, with the boom. The other thing that is really important, and I'm going to try to hold this as steady as possible, is to try to make this the log parallel with the boom also. And if you look closely, you can see that there's probably a couple of inches where that log on the left, to the left end of it, is down. So to deal with that, there's a crank over there, and you can elevate or depress that boom. And once you've done that, you can start to set up and take the live edge off. So I've gone ahead and done that, and it's off a little bit still, and I'll probably raise it up, but I'm going to show you a quick way of determining that. So what I'm doing here is just taking a tape measure and putting it on the top of the log over on the right edge, and you can see it's about 28 inches. Again, this is not to be perfect, but you want it. And now I'm over on the left edge, and so 27. So I need to bring this end up an inch, and that I'll actually come on over here and show you how to do that. Well, the sun's going to be right, but you basically just bring it up, and that should be about an inch. Hope that makes that a little bit clearer. So this is how you'd want to line up your blade with a live edge on the left side of the log. And I think you can see that. The blade and the live edge. So what I'm going to do is come up here and crank this over. And you want to make sure that live edge is mostly incorporated in that. So when I flip the blade horizontal, that's as far as the edge of the blade will cut into the log. So that's I'm getting rid of that live edge on the left. So at this point, you kind of want to try to do 1 inch stuff or 2 inch stuff, not to waste all of that will be taken out. Okay, I hope that. And I'll flip it here and I'll show you what I mean. And that was actually one of my better aims on this, and you can see by lining that up to where the live edge was right there, and I set the depth for 2 inches. So I took and I got rid of that, and now I can go up and I could easily get a 2x6 out of this, and that's probably what I'll do. Setting the width of your lumber, your edge of your blade is now even with that where it just made that last cut. So what you want to do is set your dial off, and this is the thickness of the kerf of the blade. So that's where you would set it, to here. And you can see that Austin has an arrow here, and this is your guide. So then you just crank it off, and each one of these is 1 inch or 25 millimeters, 2 inches, and you just keep going. That's 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. So if I stop there, that would be a 2x4. 5 inches, and as you can see where it starts to this concentric circle. So that's going to give me a 2x6 dimensional piece of lumber. The path down will take the 6 inches, and the path back will take the 2. So that's that piece of lumber I just took off. You can see how nice a job that does. And what I'll do here is, because it's still set for 2 inches deep, just as a rough guesstimate, if I set the width of to cut the next one at least 3 inches, maybe 4, that'll take that last bit of live edge off, and then you can start again. And then because I'm looking at lots of 4x6s of this length for the height of the walls, what I'll probably do is drop down 4 inches on this one, take that live edge off 4 inches deep like I showed you. I'll aim it for here, set the depth for 4 inches, and then this will be gone, and then I could set the width for 6 inches and come back and have a 4x6. And I probably can get another one over here. So lined up, I'll flip this, and to set the depth, it's just like to set the width. There's your reference mark, and so it goes down. There's 1, 2, 3, right there, and then 4. So that's going to cut down 4 inches, and then when I come back, it'll take the live edge off. Even at this point, you can see that I went too deep into the log. happy with my aiming technique on that one. So I did waste a little bit of lumber there. I didn't actually video taking that 4x6 out, and here's a pretty good example of what cutting a 4x6 looks like. I just want to make sure that there's no confusion here. This is a completely different log. All right, continuing on with that same row of lumber, because I kind of goofed up and lost so much on the live edge, when I took the 4x6 off, as you can see there, I took a 2x4, and rather than just eliminating all of this and wasting it, I set it for 1 inch, and so now I have a 1x4. So many ways to make this stuff work. And now I'll actually go on and take that last piece off.